Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading for May 2020. This is going to be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You may have planets in the sign of Aquarius. You may be in love with Aquarius, or you were intuitively guided to the channel and you may not have any Aquarius in your chart, or you may just not realize that you have Aquarius in your chart. So, welcome everyone. I'm glad you're here. We are going to get into your reading, because, you know, I always know with your reading, it reminds me, like, you know, I like to watch movies, and it reminds me of, like, you know, do I want to watch romance tonight, or do I want to watch suspense? And you remind me of suspense, like, you know, so when I do your reading, I know, not always, but I think some of you do love a good, maybe a puzzle, but I was thinking, like, you know, somebody coming to you like, I can't figure this out, and you'll be like, give me a minute, or give me time, I'll figure it out. And you do. Alright, my loves, let's just take a moment, let's just calm our minds. Just listen to the sound of my voice. I want you to know that I have already invited your guides to come in and work alongside my guides in unconditional love, at the highest protection, always. I always invite my family members who cross before me in for a helping hand. I don't know. I have a lot of things around me that remind me of them. And I definitely feel your energy. Remember that you will be guided to see a reading. Whenever you're guided to see a reading, forget about the time. It's going to be when you need it. Alright, let's begin. Why don't you cut there? Did see the Lovers on the bottom of the deck. So I saw the Chariot earlier, and now I saw the Lovers. That would, you know, could be potential Cancer and a Gemini. Could be talking about something else. We'll see. All right, we're gonna take these 3 cards, and that's it. We have the Star, your card. I don't really want you thinking of these major arcanas as people, though, because they are heading our reading. What I'm finding is they are the advice, or they tell us where something came from that we're about to find out. So, you know, but listen, this is Aquarius's reading, so don't think. And what that means is we all should be in this type of energy. This is Aquarius at their highest, right? This is their believing in a manifestation, knowing, learning. You know, if I don't know that I'm learning the process, how I can do this. And I feel like for some of you, because there's something very particular that you have in mind, and you know, you may be learning. I want to say, you know, because I do feel like there's something in particular a lot of you want to manifest, and you're learning the process. Even if we think we already know it, we're learning more. Because it's, you know, it's being shown to me as it coming, and I feel that I know that I know that. Okay, it's a card about hopes and dreams, though, right? To me, it's about connection. You know, always being connected. Let's just say to the outer world. We have Judgment. That has come out a lot in the readings, you know, that's a call of attention. Looking right over at you. You know, call to attention about a rebirth. This could be talking about, you know, times are changing, get yourself ready, or something of your hopes and wishes coming to you through this time. You know, even when we're in the hardest times, we will move, we will change, right? We seek what we want through our desire. That's how it comes to us, by us throwing our desire out there. That's what we're doing in the star. We are putting our desires into the universe. You know, Abraham would call that into the vortex. Whatever you want to call it, it is what you're doing. And judgment coming next to that, as in, you know, maybe be prepared for what it is that you're asking for. We have temperance. Beautiful. So we have some really beautiful energy up here, right? Because temperance is about divine timing. Something's being put divinely together for you, right? There's, you know, the journey that we're about to go on, it takes different elements. You know, she has a halo above her head also, I'm really seeing. I like that. You know, this could be your guardian angel just saying, you know, something took some time, you know, and it may have taken some time, but it was divinely timed, which is a good thing. And then judgment may be saying the time is coming, right? The time is coming very soon. You know, this is like this is a warning. Maybe I shouldn't say warning. More, you know, bring you to the present moment. Well, let's keep going. We had the High Priestess on the bottom deck, which I really wasn't going to look, but I did. So a very intuitive time, which is beautiful. I think I'm going to change it up a little bit for you. I'm going to use the Psychic Tarot. And, you know, there's a lot of cards in here. It's funny because I thought I was going to use it in another reading, and I ended up using a completely different deck. But I know I want to use it for your reading. Anyway, you know, I don't know. You know, I never read the book with these cards, so many of them I don't even know what they are, but I'm reading them intuitively anyway. You know, I see it as a story is how I see it. It's building. It builds in front of me. One more. They haven't been used in a little bit of a while, so I just want to infuse them with energy. Temperance is the card of Sagittarius. I don't know that I said that. Okay. What is it you are manifesting here? That's what I want to know. I'm sure we're going to find out why something took so long, or why, however long it took, why. We open up with emotional loss, but it did show itself to me in reverse. Let's make sure my deck is right. Some of you are looking for peace of mind. You just want some peace of mind. You know, the Five of Cups is that energy of looking at what I have lost instead of what I have yet to gain, right? Life, it's ever evolving. One thing may be taken out, but something is guaranteed to come in. You know, Temperance is right here, you know, kind of telling you that. Oh, there's those 2 cups, or whatever they're going to recommend to you. You know, this tells you that this is a time when well, what it's telling me is you've been in an emotional time. I know it's still an emotional time. But Temperance is over here. You know, I feel like what she's saying is this is a time that you were meant to go through, and, you know, as a soul, even asked to go through. And, you know, elements are coming together. It's coming together. Divinely, it's coming together. You know, for you. But be careful, because when you're in the star energy of manifestation, when you, well, I mean, this is in reverse, so this is a good thing, right? So, face up would be manifesting from a lower energy, right? A low emotional energy. It's in reverse. So, you know, this is turning around and seeing the opportunity. This is, remember, 2 cups that were yet to be seen. Temperance has been directing it all. Judgment is, you know, first of all, it starts with you and your manifestation, your seed, right? What it is. We know it's something emotional. It can be anything. But I feel like Judgment is saying, you know, the time is coming. The time is coming. And perhaps what part of Temperance was working on or waiting on was until the emotional loss, the 5 of Cups, was reversed. And here it's showing reversed. You know, I see the High Priestess over there. So I know that means we need to stay, you know, stay in tuned as much as you can. You know, that means stay in the present moment. We have Triumph. That, I believe, is the Chariot. There's Cancer energy again. You know, I don't know why, but it feels like all this energy is coming towards me, like, whoosh, like this. I don't know how to explain it, like it's coming towards me. So I feel like it's almost saying, help is coming, help is coming, help is coming. Right, help is coming, and it's coming in a way, you know, I don't know if this is talking about like the coronavirus or just an element in your life, but it just feels like help is on the way, which really means nothing about the Chariot, but I feel that. Now, the Chariot's also your vehicle, your spiritual vehicle to take where it is you want to go next, your desire. What's your desire next? How do you want this to go? You know, and we have to remember a Chariot can't come in, or it can come in, but it can't really move until there's a balance within you, right? And with Temperance here and the Star, this is, you know, what I want to come to me. It's telling me that I've got to be in a certain vibration to receive it, right? Because it's reversing this emotional loss. It's turning it around. You know, so, and that seems an important element of when whatever is coming is coming. We have the waiting game. Look at that, coming under Temperance. And we have, wow, discontentment and boredom. Well, this could certainly be talking about, for many of us, the coronavirus, right? Stuck inside, waiting for it to be over, getting bored, right? But we're using the wrong energy, I can tell you right there. First of all, that adds up to a 6. That is about, I don't know, all of a sudden I'm thinking about the activities that you could be doing while you know, while we're made to be in this energy. What can you be doing within it? What creative things can you bring about? Because maybe Temperance is waiting for you to create something out of what is going on here, right? But nonetheless, it's like, you know, help is on the way. So it's changing that. But I don't know. I feel like, you know, the waiting game and then boredom over that. I've got to find something to do, right? If I'm feeling down because I'm expecting something, but, you know, I don't think it's coming. Well, it's telling you it is. It's coming in its time, right? In the right time. Let's take 3 more. We have material harvest. Now, I know it looks like it's in reverse, but I have to tell you, just the way it fell on me and it gave me like this very upfront, close image of this card, which is material harvest. I mean, we'll take it, right? We'll take it. We have emotional withdrawal. So you have the Chariot coming over the energy, you know. I feel like this is the 8 of Cups, and that means that, you know, I'm maybe during this time period, I'm thinking like of all the bad things. I'm thinking negative. I'm thinking, you know, I'm thinking things won't change. I think things are coming for me. You know, like all these things. This talks about how important it is to have your emotional house in order. Because, listen, we're here as souls for 2 major reasons. And that is to learn how to deal and heal emotion and then limitation. So, you know, we run from emotions many times, or we keep ourselves in it for way too long. This is saying allow yourself to go through it. You have the number 8, so I feel like, you know, this is saying, listen, you're not alone. You have judgment right here too, and help is on the way, right? But no one can get your emotional house in order except for you. So get that, because it's like I'm seeing the Chariot going this way. Right? Maybe there's things that you can be doing that you're not doing, so you're missing the energy of the Chariot. Judgment here is like, you know, I want to try to get all my children. But here is material harvest. Coming with the Star. So for some of you, this is some type of financial help. This is something, you know, that maybe you're building through your creativity. We have prosperity begins. So, again, Temperance opening that, right? The waiting game. And then prosperity begins. The timing, right? The timing, and then what we do within that timing, that wait, you know, that period that we're waiting, what we do within it. You know, I feel like we have to think about that, because some of us are starting, and I know that, I know this from some other readings I've gotten, or I've done this month, where there are people coming up with some very creative ideas in this staying home situation. And I do kind of feel like this is what it's talking about. So you have prosperity begin. So I feel like whatever, you know, if I really, you know, listen, we're opening with the Star. Judgment. Saying the opportunity is coming. The opportunity is coming. It requires you to see it, right? Because emotional loss. It's not saying I forget, you know, like I'm forgetting if I lost anyone, that I'm forgetting about them. No, what it's saying is, I don't know, like you allowed yourself to feel the pain, and you understand that there's, you know, you have to keep on living, right? There's a lot of different things in that, but the emotional withdraw is a self, how do I put this? It's an energy where I choose to stay there, okay? Because if I continue to learn through my spirituality, and we have the highest of energy here, so we have the ability, we have temperance here, so can be bringing us the highest of whatever it is that we're looking for, but we also have to match that energy. Again, the Chariot right here in the middle knows that it can't move until it's balanced. You can't have one horse going left and one horse going right? But yet they're tethered together. So, you know, it's almost like we stay put, right? The waiting game. But get creative in that time. Build new businesses. I don't know. Because you have a lot of financial reward from this, I have to say. And I'm saying it as a reward. However, it is showing me it is your work behind it. Maybe it's your epiphanies, whatever it is. The High Priestess peeking out there. Follow your intuition. What else do I have here? I have positive movement forward. Beautiful. And passion ignited. So, for some of you, let's be honest. You are, you know, if you're missing someone, I feel like as you're thinking, and this is the advice that I very seldom would ever give, because it doesn't happen that often, but I do feel like for some of you, you know, you are thinking about someone. You're not, you're thinking about them as in all kinds of negative ways, and I don't mean like like regret, more regret, maybe some jealousy, but I feel like it's more you, just yourself, your whole. I don't think you're in contact, or you weren't. So this is all your energy, and you know, maybe you're not concentrating on the good and the passion, and because remember, that's all going into this, let's call it the vortex. That's all going into the vortex, right? So temperance seems to be directing the reading. The Chariot's above that, like, whoa, you know, whoa, we have to look at the Five of Cups in reverse, which is beautiful. I'm starting to see the potential, you know, I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Here's the Chariot. All you got to do over here with this time period that we have is get creative with it, whatever that means for you. Learn something new. Because, listen, prosperity sits underneath it. But then you also have the opposite. You have the opposite energy here of really doing nothing through it. Right? Nothing. Maybe while you're in it, you just been, you know, reminding yourself of the emotional loss in your life. This reading is saying turn it around, switch it around, right? And you can, and for many of you, you have, with the Five of Cups in reverse. You have now either felt or have an inkling that this star of intention, right? Seed of intention, manifestation, whatever it is, your hopes, your dreams, is coming to you. Again, many of you, it's in money, building businesses. Let's just put it that way. But it feels like a lot of strength behind it. And not just strength, but like feeling like, okay, this is really what I was made to do, right? Even if I'm making less money, I don't know, but it's not showing that. Prosperity begins, so that's allowing yourself to start at the beginning also. Some of us think, well, I have 20 years experience doing this, so, I mean, this has happened to me. You know, I had so many years in the physical fitness and nutrition and spa, and, you know, many of them together, managing them so many years, and then, long story short, very strange letting my position being let go. Very strange how it happened. Very unexpectedly, so unexpectedly, I got unemployment easily, and I did new things with my life. But I always thought that that would be where I retired, right? This thing hit me out of the blue. It really, there to this day, there's no real explanation why I, know if you look below it. Anyway, what I'm saying is we can't let those things stop us. And many times those things are the things that are helping us move forward. Though at the time, it doesn't feel like it, right? Okay, we need one more card. Look at that. Hope. The Star card again. Look at that. Coming under prosperity begins. I mean, if that's not telling you that your prayers are being heard and answered, I don't know what else does. Sitting right next to Judgment, right, with Temperance, putting it all together, making sure it's the right time, right, that both, if this is anything to do with love, that both elements are in the vibration that's needed, right, because, this isn't a low quality type of love. No, this you wouldn't be dreaming for that. But you need to match it, right? So both elements, both people needing to match that, and it certainly looks like you do. Not only that, it sounds like you find that realization because you're turning a lot around, right? Even with the Eight of Pentacles, like, I don't love you in that energy, though I do feel like for someone, maybe you turn that around and you do a different kind of, almost like, I feel like yoga, not yoga, like meditation. You allow something else to start guiding you to manifest. Maybe it's meditation, you know what I mean? Like, but I feel it pulls you in. I do feel like it pulls you in. And then I feel like you're ignited, right? And I feel like the passion ignited for a lot of us means our vibrations are lifting, right? Higher vibrations, and Temperance needs all the elements to come together before it is the right time, right? When is the right time? When it's the right time. Was that tomorrow? I don't know. The right time is the right time. But it always promises something divine. Someone divine, right? But if I was going to give a time limit, with Judgment right there, looking right at the star card, I would say, not too far off. Matter of fact, I can see the Chariot. Sea of Boat. So I would say not too far off, because, again, you being called to attention, you being asked to allow your intuition to guide you, which many of you already do that. And you're getting better and better, and you know that, right? How do you keep getting better? You pay attention to the signs. You're seeing the signs. You're starting to see the patterns. And as you do, you're seeking to learn. You're seeking to expand your knowledge. And as you do, your life expands, and, the experiences expand. So understand that. We can keep ourselves as small as we want, or we can expand ourselves. There's no limit. I feel like it's almost like we're pushing against a rubber balloon, but the rubber balloon will never break. We can keep pushing it and 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 learning, right? And increasing and increasing. That's the thing. Because how do I love that you ended with the Star card? And it says hope. And I feel like, as it relates to the coronavirus, what it's saying, there's been a lot of emotional loss, and we've all been feeling it. Really feeling it, a lot of us light workers, you guys know, we're really feeling it, and we have to find, listen, we're meant to feel it to a point, but we have to find a way to keep ourselves balanced within it, right? That's our job, is learning how to keep our balance within the chaos. That's what keeps you safer. It is, right? It's being in the present moment. Don't allow your mind to think the worst. right? Remember, whatever it is you are throwing out there, you know, it's like trying to manifest. But let's not even go there, because the majority of you, I think the majority are starting to feel something pretty major with judgment right beside you. Whoever this is, right? This can be any sign. But the bottom line is, it's like, it's so close. You know it. And, you know, by the way, she's sitting there naked, which means that she's someone who is now willing to show all of herself. Why? Because she doesn't look at her mistakes as mistakes any longer. She looks at them as learning curves, learning opportunities. Right? They were mistakes, and I've held so much regret against something. But, you know, through this energy, before this energy, I feel like it was looking at oneself, right? This is probably what turned the emotional loss over also. We think that we're meant to get stuck in that energy, and we're not. We're not. We're not. We're meant to keep moving, right? We're meant to, sometimes we have to wait a moment. Why? Because we're waiting for the perfect time. Bottom line is, help is on the way. I felt that immediately. Help is on the way. I think something pretty good is, you know, whether a vaccine gets, a good vaccine gets invented, something. I don't know. But I feel like more than just the earth knows what we're dealing with right now. That's what I feel like. I almost feel like help being sent can mean internally, but also externally, because I feel like, especially with divine, like they know what's going on, right? I said in another reading, I said the most, I'm going to pick this up, guys, because I feel like it's your reading. I said the one positive, you know, it's hard to say anything positive with this, is that Mother Earth does seem to be getting a rest. Right? Maybe that's why a lot of us are crying. You know, a lot of tears coming out of us, sometimes for no reasons. I'm with you guys. And I know there's like, you know, maybe sometimes there's a reason, but the majority of the time there's no reason. We're releasing. You know, the world is hurting right now, and we're all, and maybe it's just us light workers, I don't know, but we're feeling it. And, you know, for some of us, we're getting pulled into the news and learning everything, and I was one of them. I feel like I know everything there is to know. Now it's time for me to cut that cord. I know what I know, and now I'm thinking in different ways. Right? Why am I doing that? Because I feel like I took myself to as far as I could take myself, and, you know, I need a break from emotional release. And, I asked for it. So, and I'm helping. I'm helping. I'm not ignoring. I want you guys to understand that. I'm not ignoring. You get it. I don't need to explain it. Alright, let's do a Mother Mary for you. I hope you guys really get that reading. Like, I hope you get it on a soul level. I feel like if you can't, I feel like you almost had to, some of you may not get it yet. And that's okay. Some of you are really going to get it. I just feel like there's different layers to it. You'll get it, but here's the bottom line. You get it when you get it. Alright. See what Mother Mary wants to tell us, wants to tell you. feel like your lives are going to start improving. Like, I feel like there's a rapid improvement. I feel like you guys have had it, and maybe if you carry Aquarius in your chart too, I feel like for some reason, and I'm sure there's an astrological reason, and of course I should know that, but I don't, a planetary action that, I mean, we know Mother Earth is healing. I don't know. I don't know what my point was. Okay, let's see what we got. We have patience, which is like temperance, right? We got patience, and we got be strong. Beautiful. So let's read from the book. I'm gonna take a drink real quick. I think for some of you, these two cards alone are going to help clarify your reading. And for a few of you, I feel like this is like the sign that you needed to believe the message that you received. What am I looking for? Patience. Here we go. There was a song that Guns N' Roses did called Patience, one of my favorite songs. It's a terrible time in my life, though. Except that I met someone who helped me through it. It's funny. I met this guy, and his name was Joe, and it was a short relationship, but it became deep very quickly. But he lived in Florida, and I lived in Pennsylvania, and he had to go back, and begged me to go with him. But I had two children, had two children, and their father lived in the town that I lived in, and I even though I wanted to go, I didn't go. And I used to question myself, did I make the right move? But it doesn't really matter. But I do have to tell you, years later, I heard that him and another man got into a car accident, and the one guy did get killed, and Joe got, beaten up pretty bad. He did survive, but I thought to myself, maybe that alone, maybe I would have been that person who died, and I wasn't meant to. So, I stopped questioning it. I just let go of the regret of it, and instead just think about the moment of it. You know what I mean? Somebody needed to hear that. Alright, let me read. God's timing is perfect, as this card reminds you. When you pray for help, that request is heard and answered. If your prayer involves other people, their free will decisions influence the timing of the outcome. Heaven knows this and devises ingenious solutions that arrive at exactly the right moment. You receive this card as a reminder to have patience with God's plan and solutions. If you try to control, force, or push your own agenda, you may miss out on an infinitely better alternative. Ask Mother Mary to help you determine her infinite patience and trust in God's timing. Beautiful. Alright, be strong. This card counsels you to take swift and firm action towards resolving your present situation. Mother Mary avows that you are stronger than you think you are. You can also call upon the wellspring of God's strength to lift you up. Do not wallow in any feelings of victimhood or passivity. Use your God-given strength now. This card may also be asking you to engage in physical activity to develop your strong, healthy body. If you've been thinking about working out with weights, then this card is additional validation that it is time to exercise. And, what I think of at the end there was exactly like many of us are at home, right? We're being told not to do anything. What a great time to start working on, if maybe I don't want to think about my nutrition, well, then maybe I start lifting a few weights, you know, get some 5 pounds. It's funny, I said it to Sam, I said, I think we got to start building things up. And anyway, I felt that in that card for you, so I don't feel like it's just saying like, hey, lazy. I feel like it's saying take this time for some of us who have been needing to do that anyway. Maybe just do yoga, because I did hear that. But nonetheless, patience is here to say that, you know, trust in divine timing. I feel like earlier, help is on the way for many in different ways. Remember that. Be open to that. My way may be different than your way. Let's just, you know, be willing to open our eyes to it. That's how your intuition grows. I'm telling you. So, have a little patience and be strong. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the donations. I know it's been a hard time. My channel has definitely suffered because of it too. Thank you for, this is the time when I love your comments all the time, but I love it, the back and forth and the supporting, and you telling us your story, because, you know, you can tell a story and think no one has ever experienced that. And the next thing you know, 3 people respond and be like, wow, I went through that too. Well, maybe the 3 of you help heal each other and you don't even know it. But even beyond that, maybe there's someone brand new who comes and sees your 3 statements and sees, wow, there's 3 women who have come, or men who have come out of where I feel I am right now, and they're all on the other side of it. You know, showing possibilities. You're the light at that point. So that's why I love your comments. And they help to really feel, I feel like they feel my table, and I love it. You know, because I remember them. You know, something will pop and I'll be like, oh, that was probably so-and-so's answer right there. So thank you for that. Thank you for subscribing. That means everything. Your thumbs up means that you enjoyed it enough. I would say 70% or better. If you didn't like it 70%, then give me a thumbs down. I want you to love it 100%. But then again, it may not be for you immediately. Thank you guys. Thank you for sharing too. This may be that type of reading where sharing it with others may help them in a way. So, yeah, share it when you can. I appreciate it. And just be strong. I love you guys. Let's stick together. Let's do what we're told. You know, let's stay home and let's get rid of this thing once and for all. Let's get creative with our minds and our bodies, and let's build, right? I saw wood that was laying at the bottom at Sam's basement. I'm like, can I have that wood? He's like, for what? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like building a planter. And he started to talk me out of it. I'm like, listen, I can build a planter. I just know I can. I already see it. And I started to explain it. So anyway, I'm going to build that planter. His wood, he said yes. And I said, I don't even need help. I don't even know that I want help. That's probably, maybe I should think about that, because I would love to have his help. Anyway, you guys, I love you. I hope I helped you in some way. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.